Are we ready for a battle down in BRUM? Hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel. Today I'll be giving you my preview, prediction and everything you need to know ahead of Hull City's clash down in Birmingham as they face off in the first game back after the most recent international break. Hull City versus Birmingham City, as I said, down in Birmingham at the St Andrews Stadium. So let's crack straight into it. So we have quite a bit to discuss. First of all, with our injury update, there is quite a bit to discuss on this standpoint. Of course, the key one coming into this one, John Lundstrom, is going to be out for about the next month or so after he was came off the pitch in Hull City's last match against Sheffield United at the MKM Stadium, game which we did win, in fact. But John Lundstrom was subbed off in about the 15th minute of that game due to a calf injury that he has picked up in that game, and so he'll be missing the next month or so. I think it's about 6 fixtures that Sergei Kirich has listed that John Lundstrom will most likely miss, hoping that he could be back before then, but of course urging on the side of caution, especially with all of these injuries. Some key players that are back fit and ready to go: Matt Crooks, Darko Garby, Regan Slater and Amir Hazai Mitrovic. Also Casey Palmer could possibly be available back in contention. We know what's kind of going on with Casey Palmer behind the scenes at the moment. As well as that, Joel Ndala, he's also available in contention after coming back from his foot injury. Liam Miller is also in contentions as well. He managed to pick up quite a few minutes, I think 10 and 12 minutes or 11, 12 minutes whilst out on international duty with Canada, of course. Getting minutes was big crucial key time for him at the moment, Liam Miller, so quite nice to see that. Highly doubt that he'll start in this game, but he could definitely be a key asset off the bench. Some players that played in some under-21s action for Hull City over this international break: Gaiby, Brandon Williams, Akin Famo and Cody Drammer are all available in contentions, despite Cody Drammer being subbed off in the game last time out, Coventry City, in the under-21s. That being, he is all good fit to go. Probably won't start the game, as Coyle is seeming to be the starting right back, certainly for Sergei Kirich at the moment, but that seems to be the case at the current standpoint. He is fit and ready to go if he is called upon. And one last note, Semi Ajayi, he is also available in contention. He played a full 90 minutes earlier this week whilst out on international duty with Nigeria, so quite good to see that, and he could possibly be available to start this one. We'll talk about who is going to start this one. Let's go into my Hull City predicted starting 11, powered by friends over at Fanhub. Go and check them out. It's a fantastic free app where you get rewarded for being a football fan for free. Fantastic stuff, win-win scenarios. So, my Hull City predicted starting 11. So, of course, Sergei Kirich is going to roll out the shot stopper, Ivor Panda, coming off the back of saving his second Hull City penalty last time out against Sheffield United. Being joined by a backline, which I think might have a change. Louis Carroll, of course, will retain his spots at the right back position. Semi Ajayi, I think, is going to come into this one after playing a full 90 minutes. I kind of prefer a Semi Ajayi in the defence, maybe to a John Egan. Of course, John Egan has done quite a good job coming in to fill in for Semi Ajayi after he went down after that first game away at Coventry, and he's filled in quite nicely. Of course, John Egan has earned himself a call. He got a call up to Ireland's international squad for the first time in 2 years, so that's putting a credit to how good he has been. But I do kind of like how Semi Ajayi fits in, a bit more of a compliment as well to Charlie Hughes, and being that Charlie Hughes will be in the starting 11 as well. I mean, he's one of the names that is just penned down. He has the most shots blocked in the championship. 18, I think he's got in the championship so far, and that's the most out of any player. So fantastic stuff from Charlie Hughes. And of course, at left back position, it is the delivery maestro. It's Ryan Giles. Ahead of that, it'll be Regan Slater in the midfield with no John Lundstrom. I'm going to go for Matt Crooks returning back to the starting lineup. He impressed quite nicely last time out for Hull City against Sheffield United before the international break, and I think to have him back in the starting lineup will be a key asset, of course, with the absence of John Lundstrom. Ahead of that, it'll be Darko Garby, I think, filling in again in that sort of central attacking midfield role, as we could possibly see out on the wings a variety of different players, but I think Hull City may go for the same factor that they had in the last game, of course that being against Sheffield United, and that with Joe Geltart and David Akintola out on the wide. Of course, David Akintola could be looking for his second Hull City goal after grabbing his first one last time out. And up top, it's going to be the Championship Player of the Month, the PFA Fans Player of the Month, Ollie McBurney. We'll see how long his title can get this season. Can he be a 2-time Championship Player of the Month? Can he be a 2-time? Can he be a 3-time? Can it be a 4-time? Can it be a 5-time? Who knows? Could he be the player of the season for not only Hull City, but the entirety of the Championship? We will wait and see. But he's certainly on a rocking and a rolling start to his life in black and amber. So, talking about the Championship Player of the Month, we'll talk a bit more in depth about that, as Ollie McBurney, of course, did win the Championship Player of the Month for September. This was Hull City's first Championship Player of the Month award since Oscar Estupinian won it back in August of 2022. Of course, that being when he had his fantastic start to his time at Hull City. Of course, kind of derailed a little bit off after that. But of course, matching up with that, the PFA had their Fans Player of the Month, and of course, Ollie McBurney won that one as well. So a double award winner in the month of September for Ollie McBurney. Some news for players outside of Hull City currently out on loan. That being Tyrell Sellers-Fleming. Well, he's doing quite nicely over at Scunthorpe United. He's also had his time there extended. So quite nice to see that from Tyrell Sellers-Fleming. We've going to talk a bit about one of the academy lads, that being Stan Ashby, who is currently in hospital. I'm not 100% sure what for, but it doesn't look like it's all bells and whistles there for Stan Ashby. So wishing him the best of luck and a speedy recovery with whatever he's going through in his recovery process. And one final bit of news surrounding Hull City is a possible new academy player. So Doncaster City, not Doncaster Rovers, Doncaster City attacker Ben Dyer will be most likely signing a deal with Hull City after he impressed on a trial in the most recent academy game for the under-21s as they beat off Crewe Alexandra not the most recent game, sorry, but one of the most recent games against Crewe Alexandra under-21s in the PDL. He was part of that squad as a unnamed trialist. We did manage to win that game 4-1, and he is most likely going to be grabbing a deal after impressing in that one. So we'll keep you updated on as that one progresses with Ben Dyer, of course, a young attacker coming in from Doncaster City. Let's progress onwards into last meetings between both sides. Well, I usually do the three most recent fixtures in this one, but of course we had the FA Cup third round replay fiasco not last season beforehand, I should say, when we managed to play Birmingham City 4 times all in the space of one season. So of course that bulks up there. Last time we met each other, it was a 1-1 draw. Of course, that being the season that Birmingham City did get relegated down to League One. Of course, they did come back up last season. That's meaning why we're playing them this season. That's how things work in football. Last time that we did manage to win away at Birmingham City was a 2-0 win, of course, in the same season. Goals in that game coming from Liam Delap and Jaden Philogene. So of course, very different times for Hull City, but hopefully we can do a bit of a repeat situation this time out. So form-wise, heading into this one, Hull City have got a little bit of the better form aspect of this one. Both sides do seem very, very even coming into this one. We'll come on to that in a second when we have a little look at the table. But coming into this one, Birmingham City in the last 5, 2 draws, 2 losses, and only the 1 win, whereas Hull City have themselves 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. Of course, Hull City's away form has, I believe, been the worst in the league so far this season, and so hopefully we can rectify that. Of course, the home form being very, very good, which is quite a shocking statement for any Hull City fan to digest. And Birmingham City, they've been a little bit hit and miss at the moment. Of course, a couple of away losses, but a couple of good results at home to back that up. So it could be a tough test for Hull City heading on the road to Birmingham. Of course, as I said, the sides do seem very even in this one, and that's very apparent in the table. One place in the table separates each other. Same points, same wins, draws, losses. Only a 1 on the goal difference is the separating factor. Of course, Birmingham City conceding less, but also scoring less than Hull City, as we've scored 14, conceded 16, whereas Birmingham have scored 8, conceding 11. And we'll progress on to former Tigers, which we'll meet in this one. Well, it's Ryan Alsop. He's now been at Birmingham City for 2 seasons. Of course, left Hull City to go and join Birmingham City 2 seasons ago at the summer transfer window, and was met by a little bit of delight through some Hull City fans. He's not done too badly back over at Birmingham City, of course, that being, I believe, his boyhood club, and he's much adored by the fans for the most part over there. So, of course, nice to see a player getting into a groove of a club that he is liking and all that sort of goodness. But of course, we will meet him tomorrow down in Birmingham, so watch out for that one. Player to watch out for. Now, Birmingham City, the player that I probably would have gone to watch out for is Damari Gray. He's been quite good for them so far, of course, signing in the summer. He is currently injured, and it's most likely he won't feature in this one. So it's Jay Stansfield I'm going to go for the player to watch out for. We know Jay Stansfield. You've heard the name, presumably. Of course, signing, I believe, the record deal for a player in League One last season when he's joined Birmingham City on a permanent transfer, after impressing quite well on a loan deal the season beforehand. And so Jay Stansfield, he's managed to grab himself 3 goals already this season, 1 assist in 8 matches played in the Championship. He's most predominantly been playing in the number 10 role though this season, rather than as a striker, so sitting behind the striker, which is why he managed to grab an assist last time out for Birmingham City and a goal the time before that. He's been playing quite consistent football though throughout the season, a few hit and miss performances, sort of going through the middle patch, where you're looking around where Birmingham City lost in the EFL Cup and games like that. But for the most part, Jay Stansfield's been a pretty consistent player for Birmingham City, especially the past 2 games. As I say, a goal and an assist in them 2 games has been quite good for Birmingham City, which seem like a very sort of alright side this season. They're not looking like the side that they were last season in League One, but they're not looking like the side the season beforehand when they was relegated from the Championship. A very solid Championship side this being. So my score prediction heading into this one, I think Hull City are going to keep the good times going and grab themselves a 2-1 away win, a rare away win, as the goals for Hull City. I mean, you can probably presume what my next slide is going to be. It's Ollie McBurney, of course. You cannot have a game with Hull City where you're predicting them to score and it not being Ollie McBurney that you're predicting to do the scoring for the Tigers. I mean, I probably predict him to score every Hull City goal from now up until the end of the season. That's highly unlikely to happen. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's highly unlikely to happen. So I think in this game, it will be an Ollie McBurney goal, and to back up to grab the win, it'll be a goal from Joe Geltart to grab the win for the Tigers. As I leave you with that photo of Sergei Kirich, as I ask you to let me know down in the comments what your prediction is ahead of this game. If you think Hull City will win, what you think the scoreline will be. Hopefully it is a Hull City win that you are predicting on the road at Birmingham City. Of course, I will be live on the channel tomorrow for a watch along, hopefully seeing the Tigers beat off Birmingham to grab themselves a very lucrative away win and get progressing even higher up this table as we move forwards to a possible busy stretch for Hull City moving into this November-December period, as it's always busy around this point. But stay tuned on the channel by liking and subscribing to keep up to date with everything Hull City, as I keep up to date with everything surrounding all the news, predictions, vlogs, match reactions, and of course the live streams as well. So stay tuned on the channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream. Up the Tigers!